Okay, so for this video, I want to work on finding out which enemy is closest to the player, and once I know that, I want to be able to, whenever the player presses the button, I want the player to automatically rotate to whatever the closest robot is, because right now the character only swings his sword in the direction he's already standing, but I want him to automatically spin around to the closest enemy. So before I do that, I'm going to quickly select all my robots. And right now the tag is robot, but I'm going to generalize it more. And I'm going to create a tag called enemy. And back in the inspector, I'm going to set it to enemy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it robot because the robot tag is probably being used somewhere else. So I'll just leave it for now. I'm going to hop into the player movement script, and I'm going to first start off by finding the nearest enemy. So the code is, first I need to create some variables. Public game object I'll put all the robots. So I think this means array. I'm going to make a note here. This is from another YouTube channel called Bud Games. So I think these brackets here after game object means array. So I'm getting array of all the robots. Public game object nearest robot in lowercase. Float called distance. Float called nearest distance. I'm going to set it to something really high, like 10,000. And in the update function at the very bottom, there's so much going on here, so I'll just do it right here. I'll do nearest robot. Okay, so all robots equals game object dot find game objects with tag robot. For integer I equals 0, I smaller than all robots, all robots dot length I plus plus. Distance dot vector 2 dot distance. Oops. Sorry. Distance equals vector 2 dot distance. Transform dot position, which is the position of this player, and all robots, I guess robots in the array, I inside the brackets dot transform dot position. So it's calculating all the distances. If distance is smaller than nearest distance, so as it goes through the loop of all the robots, it's going to compare it to this, and then once the closest one is found, then this value is going to get reset to the new distance of the closest enemy, or the closest robot. If distance is smaller than nearest distance, then nearest enemy equals all enemies nearest enemy, oh sorry, nearest robot. In my notes I have enemies. Nearest distance equals the distance. And at the bottom here, I'm going to add a start coroutine. It's going to be called reset nearest distance. So I'm just going to grab this here. Reset nearest distance. I'm going to do 0.2 seconds. So every time this is triggered, nearest distance is going to be set to 10,000 again. The reason why is because, let's just say there's a robot that's really close to the player, then whatever that distance is, let's just say it's like 0.5, all of a sudden that distance is smaller than 10,000, so therefore the nearest distance value is going to be set to 0.5. But if just say the player moves and all of a sudden the player is closer to this robot, the distance of this robot will never be set to the closest distance, because this distance is still greater than 0.5. Even though the robot that was closest is way over here, it will never be reset because this distance here is not smaller than 0.5. That's why at regular intervals, this has to be reset to a very high value. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is like the first part. This is just getting the nearest distance and setting the nearest robot. So we now know not just the nearest distance, but also we know what the nearest robot is at any given point. Okay, so to show that this is working, I am going to go to the editor and I want to select the Ninja, and in the scripts, there's obviously these two variables that I created. They're visible now, so it's going to show me the nearest robot as well as the array of all the robots on the scene. So if there's 4 robots here, it's going to show all 4, and as I move around, it's going to update this nearest robot. So first robot's there, it goes counterclockwise, 2, 3. So if I, with the ninja selected, the idea is to focus right here as I move around. So I want to so if I go down, it lists all the robots on the scene, but it shows the nearest robot here. So if this one becomes near, then it sets it to robot. And if this one becomes near, then it says robot 3. If it's the other one that's near, then robot 2, robot 1, and then robot. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show. I probably won't be able to do the rest of it in this video, so I'm just going to save it for the next video. Yeah, I'm going to cut it off here. Next video, I'm going to have him rotate to the nearest enemy. Okay, so thanks for watching.